Last we left off, you all chipped in and ventured forth into the city street markets to find some diamonds, to both resurrect Arceus and potentially cleanse the affliction that both Arceus and Sammy carry. You found what appeared to be a golden-scaled dragonborn named Syrian, who told you that he always had a steady supply of gems from his dealings in the Society of Stalwart Adventures. Upon following him back across town to his private quarters, oddly enough, within the Stalwart Adventure Society building, he traded rumors with you and shared what appeared to be some sort of problem at the city's lockup, that there was an abnormal amount of purple dragon knights stationed outside of the prison. You eventually bartered yourself into a couple large diamonds and set off to the Temple of Good Fortune, but were pleasantly surprised to find that the crown had spared a diamond to resurrect Arceus. After she joined you all back in the realm of the living, you set forth on a mission of rest and relaxation, at Teneth's by Herc's request. You had champagne and hot baths and eventually made your way into the entertainment area where you were able to help yourself to an extensive buffet and found yourself nestled in a round booth before you were interrupted by none other than Ganrahast Eilvana, the royal magician. He came seeking information, but also came sharing some. He gave you a copy of the letter you delivered that seemed to be a key to understanding the language that Merrick had in his journal. You all shared with him that Zephyr seemed to be corrupt, and while Ganrahast asked for proof, he still said that he would look into the matter along with following up with the captured imposter Purple Dragon Knight, and then bid you farewell until tomorrow, where you were to meet him at noon at the White Gazebo in the Royal Gardens. We resume here in the booth, where you all are to do what you will. Still entertainment going on around you. It's peaceful, yet still lively at the same time. You do feel a sense of relaxation and comfort. What do you do?
And we have rooms here for the night, right?
Yes, one large suite that is covered under the full package.
DM, can you remind me of something?
Yes.
This portal that's supposed to open up in the gardens. Can you remind me what time it was what time it opens up?
It's
or
not
is it just always there?
The portal itself isn't always there. It's activatable. There is a large griffin statue that is inside of the Royal Gardens, and you have to basically go and you have to place your hand on the beak in a certain way and pull it down in order to activate the portal. Then it's up for only a moment before it dissipates, and that transports you between the Royal Gardens and Deadluck, which is a town in kind of like the heart of Cormyr.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. I just couldn't remember if there was a time we had to be there. Okay, that's good to know.
Nope. The only two times that you have currently to remember are noon tomorrow with the meeting with the Royal Magician and the sundown back at the Laughing Lass with the mysterious assassin.
He might be a gnome we don't know.
Half gnome.
At least two of you are pretty confident. So what do you do during this time?
Franker's just guys, I think we all just worry about this tomorrow. I don't know about you. I'm tired and I just want to relax for a little bit.
Yes, take it easy. That's what we're here for. Got the idea.
Alrighty.
And you deserve it.
Riker wants to relax. What about the others? You're all gonna head up and go to your room. Arceus, are you going to do anything? No, relax. Yeah, you probably need it the most. What about you, Herc?
Processing is what Arceus is doing. He's probably sitting quietly, watching everyone else interact and not really saying anything.
Yeah, John, remember, this is not by Rel.
Right?
No.
I may be kind of putting you on the spot, John.
Yeah.
But I want to know what sort of acts are going on around us, and
Yeah, if he knows anybody.
Yeah.
well, I probably do, but like I'd like to like bring people over to different acts and kind of describe or like help people kind of find what they might like.
Okay.
Or maybe like book a massage for Arsis.
Okay. Right now, there's a couple more smaller, intimate, like acts that are happening off onto the sides. The main one that you see is growing up around here. You know that there's a lot of like folklore and tales that have happened surrounding Lady Firehair, and people will bring those stories, and the group of performers there will do a dramatic reenactment kind of on like the main stage, and it all surrounds tales of love and passion, and of course there is some tasteful nudity that seems to always be involved, because you're worshiping the beauty of the body in all of its different shapes and sizes.
Any audience participation in that, or
Every now and then, yeah, of course. It's very much akin to the way that comedians might do potential crowd work, whether or not there will be like a twirl where the maiden will go out into the audience and her hand will extend and maybe touch the hand of a patron that's sitting in kind of the front row. There always seems to be like minor contributions, nothing so grand as somebody getting up on stage. There have been cases made in the past, maybe a friend of a performer or something dips their toes into it, but it's never something where it's just a random stranger. They always kind of have to be vetted when you get to invading somebody's space like that. Right. Too much potential to go wrong when you invite. Now, with that being said, as you're kind of talking them through this particular act, there seems to be a slight commotion happening off onto the side. And as Rin, with your highest passive perception, you turn and you can just kind of see the back of a shorter black hair, sort of like swept back. It's longer mid-length, but it's kind of swept back, a little oily, a little greasy, like they didn't take full advantage of the hot baths before they came in. And you can tell that they're being a little belligerent. And as it's kind of being addressed by the staff, a younger girl, probably in her late teens, comes over, and she's fully clothed. She's not in the same garb as the rest of the patrons in a lot of their fuzzy pink robes are. But as she comes over, she whispers something into this gentleman's ear, and he stands up, and immediate, I guess you can tell me the reaction that you would have, immediate recognition of realizing that this is Delman Ilance. And as you can see that he's kind of, get your hands off me, I'll walk myself out of here. not being given the service that I paid for, and you hear the girl trying to calm him down. Give me a perception check.
I get you.
While you can confidently say that you have never seen this girl before in your life, you can sense that there's something oddly familiar about it. And as he's quickly escorted out, not only by the younger woman, but also a member of the staff, things kind of settle back down again. The entertainment outside of the main stage is now relatively sparse, and you can see a couple of the performers off onto the corner gossiping and kind of whispering about the events that had just taken place.
Rin would like try to very casually get up and ask about what just happened. Just, you know, relaxing, we're having a nice time. I'm a patron, I'm curious. Not that I know any of these people.
Who are you asking?
Probably like, because there's, you know, the entertainers, but I assume that there's someone that might be a little more like doing some service work.
Yeah.
So probably like, yeah, so probably someone like that.
As you approach one of them and ask them kind of what the deal was, we don't typically allow the Alance family in this establishment. It was an oversight on our part. They can never seem to keep their hands to themselves. Always have an issue with the entertainers.
Yes, I've heard the reputation of that family. Who was the younger girl with them, though? I know a lot of them, but I mean, you know, the way that anyone in this city does. But she looked unfamiliar.
I've never asked her name. She's only been in here a couple times, mostly to carry out her drunk or belligerent father, but I don't know of her name or know her personally.
Well, she is doing hard work to deal with them.
I have a feeling that'll be the last time that he's in here. We'll make damn sure that he doesn't come back. We have a reputation to uphold, after all.
Yes, of course, and that is very smart of you. Sorry to bother you, I just wanted to ask.
Indeed. And they, carrying drinks, holds one up to offer it to you if you would like. Drink?
Rin gladly takes it. Thank you very much.
And then as they hand that, they scamper off. Is there any act in particular, Herc, that you are hoping to be able to show everyone? One that you, I mean, maybe if you wanted to, since you might not see it on the stages right now, you might be able to retell the tale of a performance as you're walking to the rooms, or... Because your guests were pretty intent on going to their rooms and getting some shut-eye.
Yeah. And that's fine. I'm not...
Miss Rin,
I think that's fine.
everything okay?
Everything's fine. That's, the man who was in here is part of a family of wealth but ill repute. So his daughter was just in
You
here
can
to
just say it,
take him
even
out.
though it's kind of a curse word in here. House Illins. You know, it used to be a lot worse.
Oh, I am aware.
Riker, your character would absolutely know a lot of the royal houses from being in your status within the city. And House Ilance has absolutely, they've actually been removed from the royal court once for the different crimes committed, mostly smuggling and like trafficking into the city and using like royal harbors and things like that to do their dirty work. And they've only just recently, within the last, 100 years, been able to find themselves back in just good enough graces to be able to have a house or property within the city. Typically, they had been, all of their property had been in Mars Ember, basically as kind of being banished from Suzail. So that might be something that you would know. Whether or not you share that with anybody else, just to give you context that your character would know that. Alrighty. Sammy probably is still just taking in the entertainment, maybe having one or two many drinks anytime a waiter walks by, waiter or waitress, plucking a drink off of there as soon as he realizes that, hey, we've got like the deluxe package there. Obviously everything is, once we get in, is basically free. So he's taking advantage of the hospitalities. Maybe even grabbing an additional turkey leg or two for the road as he's kind of walking around enjoying the entertainment.
Now, steady on, Sammy. Your body is a temple. Remember that.
Yeah, well, Herc, I'm gonna go ahead and imbibe to my heart's content. I'm still kind of doing the hair of the dog thing from earlier at the Laughing Lass.
Is your heart not content? What troubles you? Come, pray with me.
I think I'm gonna have to pass, Mr. Herc.
Oh, come on. Do you know this place is really a temple to Lady Firehair?
He just kind of looks around. I would have never guessed.
Suit yourself.
Alrighty. That's all the roleplay for Sammy you're getting out of me today?
Fair. Riker will also indulge in the free beverages by getting water with one slice of lemon on it.
You absolutely can do.
Riker just like returns with this water and says, "You know, that alcohol I had earlier today was the first time I've ever had it, and I don't know why people drink it. It was horrible." And he just takes a sip from the lemon water.
You'll have to try another.
No, Mr. Herc, I feel
It's an acquired
sick.
taste.
And it's not a taste I want to acquire.
You don't know what you're missing.
I think I do. Takes like another sip.
You're so tight. One of these days we're gonna get you unleashed.
Mr. Herc, I don't think I like what you're implying, but I'm also a little intrigued in a way, but...
See, that was a good sign. That's a good sign. Don't worry, we won't rush it. Take it easy. Have your lemon water and sleep it off.
He just like turns around and just mouths,
Alrighty.
Oh, you're muted.
Will take his time.
Yeah.
What else, Herc? You got anything else for the rest of them? Or are you gonna allow them to go to rest?
I think he was very happy that he brought them here, but now that he's here and they've kind of settled in, and they have like a whole room together, I think he is gonna go pray by himself, like just after everything that has happened, and kind of reflect on what he set out to do, what's happened since then, and how he wants to move forward, how he can
Are
be
you
better.
gonna tell us that you're gonna go pray?
No, he'll probably just say, "I'll meet you up there.
All right.
You know the way."
I'm sure one of those nice ladies will show us where our room is.
That's right. That's right.
But Herc,
Yes,
thank you.
my pleasure. Enjoy.
Yeah, I think I need to go to bed. So yeah, I'll get up and find a hostess or whatever and ask her where her room's at.
Yeah, and she escorts you and anybody else who's wanting to go up to their room. Off to the side, kind of hidden behind some curtains, there's a large stair that kind of goes up and tucks behind a wall. For a slight moment, there's a banister that allows you to look over onto the entertainment floor below, but eventually you disappear behind a wall and into the rest of the rooms. And as you step into the suite, just relaxing sense of rose oil hit your nostrils, and you look, and this suite is sprawling. There is one large kind of master bed that is probably 2-3 sizes of a normal king size bed, and then there are all manners of different oversized pillows, the size of what normally would be a couch in itself, but just a giant lush pillow, and windows with decorative curtains hanging over the decorations are impressive, and it really gives you just a sense that you have never seen a room of this lavishness before. But you can lay wherever you wish, on the bed, on the pillows, on a couch.
I'm assuming that they put our stuff in here because obviously we took off our packs and stuff when we
Yes.
went to the bath. So yeah, cool.
Yep. All of your things are in here.
Yeah, I'll let Ardu just kind of run around the room. He's not invisible anymore.
He finds a giant purple circular pillow and just jumps up onto it, and just the floof just puffs out to the side, and you see him curl up, and just basically his head is sticking out of the burrowing, and his chin rests on the cushion as he's looking out into the room, kind of watching over you.
The best dragon puppy ever.
John, quick question. Do these rooms come with balconies?
Every room.
Not every room does, but this room would absolutely have a balcony. Not necessarily overlooking the main entrance where there's a large statue in kind of a central courtyard area, but off to the side, kind of overlooking one of the side alleyways. But the elevation is that the royal side, or the higher side of the city, can look all the way over and see past the promenade all the way to the coast. So you get a pretty large view of the city, seeing like spires poking up on either side. You can still look over and see the palace nearby. So it's a beautiful view on its own.
Yeah, Riker would just kind of go out onto like that balcony area, just like overlooking the city if he can.
Yeah.
And just kind of stare out there, kind of taking in the sight,
Okay.
reflecting on
join.
what's happened.
I'd give you like a minute or two, get Ardu settled, and I think I'd come out and kind of join you. It is okay if I join you out here, Racker?
Oh, of course. This is for all of us. Are you
Kinda,
feeling okay?
I mean, physically fine. Don't feel bad at all. But this morning I didn't feel bad at all either.
Right. I think I know what you mean.
Cities unnerve me. So many people.
Yeah. I don't know. I strangely like it. Just you never get bored here. Just so much to see, and I grew up here, and I'm always seeing new things. You know.
I think that's why it bothers me is people are unpredictable.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they're not quite like machines
Or animals.
or animals. I honestly don't know much about animals, but I'll take your word for it.
They're much more predictable. They have needs and wants, and they abide by them. But as long as you know what those are, they're really they're easy to understand.
Honestly, that sounds a lot like the things I make. Just you know how to put it together, you know how to maintain it, and it does what you want it to do.
Where's your home in here?
He kind of like points out, John, do you know where like Riker's like apartment would be relative to here?
Yeah. Typically
Like,
being
would it be by like the War Wizards College?
Yeah, I was gonna say typically being somebody that's so invested in their work and their studies and things like that, you probably would have taken up residence over in that general area, maybe just a couple blocks in. The prime real estate directly across from the War Wizards College would probably be outside of the normal budget for most people. So you would be over in that general vicinity, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Riker just kind of like points, kind of where the War Wizards are.
Do you miss it? I mean, you've only been gone a few days, but
I mean, I'm glad I'm able to do new things at the very least. I'm sure maybe in time. But, Miss Archer's Cake, can I tell you a bit of a secret?
yeah.
Years ago, I actually applied to be a war wizard. I failed the entrance exam 4 times.
But you're so good.
I make things, contraptions. I'm not good with spell casting. It's never clicked with me. I've only learned 1 spell. Everything else that I do, it's just I make it with parts.
Racker, can I tell you something?
Absolutely.
I think you're better off.
You know, I think so too.
I don't think they would have understood your level of genius. I'm not sure I understand your level of genius either, but it's impressive to watch.
Thanks. It's just a lot of, thinking outside the box when I can.
I'd never be able to make that little cannon of yours. I don't even know how it works.
Well, he kind of like looks back inside. I don't know how to raise a dragon, so you got me there.
Well, after today, I'm pretty happy I met you. and everybody.
Yeah, I'm really glad things turned out well.
Can you tell me what happened?
Riker kind of gets like a bit of a 1,000-yard stare for a second and says, let's see, those guys were coming towards us. I thought they were actual Dragon Knights. I tried giving myself up, but they weren't Dragon Knights. So I just remember telling everyone to run. But as I was going, I look back and I see them surrounding you. I tried to get in to help, but I was just a few seconds too late, I suppose. I'm really sorry, Miss Arsis. I guess I just wasn't good enough.
Oh no, not at all. I don't think anybody could have known that today was going to turn out like it did. It's only been one day, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah.
It wasn't even a full day since she died. Like, it's all been the same day. Okay, yeah. Just wanted to make sure.
She just wouldn't know that because she was dead.
Right, yeah.
Right.
All right. Nobody could have predicted that we would have been ambushed, or that those weren't real guards, or anything. I mean, I didn't even draw a weapon. I didn't even defend myself. There's no way it was anything you could have done differently.
I don't know, Miss Arsis. Maybe if I had stayed to help, maybe if I just been a little quicker, maybe.
Oh, darling, we can't live in the maybes.
I know it's just. He kind of like looks out to the city. It's just I do what I do. You know, I work with Mortimer because I want to help people the best way I know how, and I just can't help but feeling like I failed.
Well, I'm still here. Whether you failed or succeeded, somehow I'm still here. I'm here back again.
I'm really glad it worked out.
And I think for real, the only way we fail is if we stop trying.
Right.
And I don't see that in you. I don't see that in Miss Wren or Herc. I don't know about Sammy, but maybe time will tell with that one.
I think Sammy will come around.
I do have a feeling that he might as well. It's like a gut feeling. But we need to solve this. We need to save my village.
Right. Yeah, well, and we will. I know we will.
But you didn't fail. And I'll give you an awkward hug, like the side kind of pat hug. All right.
No. I mean, if you're offering the hug, like Riker will go in for the hug. Like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I thank you all what you did for today. But I think I should get some rest now. Nice talking with you.
Right. I understand. I'll see you in the morning.
All right.
Righty.
All right, Arsis is going to probably find a settee and like try to make the best of it. She won't sleep on the bed. Like a couch or something near Ardu.
Okay. Yeah, even the couches are more comfortable than
They're
the most comfortable
too soft,
bed.
to be fair.
It's possible, yeah, for
like punching it, trying to get it to be less soft.
Yeah, that's very possible.
Herc will probably return, having performed a kind of ritual prayer where you get in a bath and you steam it up quite a bit in front of a mirror and offer reflections, other thoughtful reflections to the mirror, and
he will return, having changed out of the big pink puffy robe into something more elegant and probably revealing and just like oiled up too, and just very fragrant with what are good smells? Sandalwood.
Yeah, that's a good manly smell.
Mhm.
Cool.
You're all settled in. Narcissus, what are you doing there?
I'm trying to get comfortable. This couch is way too soft.
You going to sleep?
Sleep time, I assume.
Bed's over there.
There's only one bed, Mr. Herc.
It's a big bed.
She's gonna turn bright red. I'm fine. I'm fine over here, thanks. I don't want Ardu to get lonely.
Have I made you uncomfortable?
I mean, no.
Well, all right. I'm going to the big bed, and everyone is welcome to join me.
John, how big is this big bed? Just kind of for reference.
What size is your bed at
It's
home?
a California king.
It's
I mean-
like if you took two of them side by side. It's like
The
Shaq's bed.
Alaskan king.
It's
Oh,
massive.
Okay.
Like
We could probably all sleep on the bed and not touch, essentially.
that is 1,000. So I don't know if you've ever seen. I'm sure you've seen Game of Thrones, but like when like.
I actually have not seen Game of Thrones.
You haven't? Okay.
No.
You should watch the first 4 seasons only.
I've heard.
Let's just say that this bed is meant for it's typically like group activity. So it's meant for lots of space, lots of, room for people.
John,
not
what kind of group activity?
I'm not, this
Isn't it
You could
obvious?
explain that you mean it's orgies. It's for orgies.
yeah.
John, I'm
She
I'm
said it.
fucking with
No,
you.
you're
You don't
you're
have to
good,
say.
man. Yeah.
In tennis,
Oh,
we prefer to
man.
say group activities.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, I'm trying to toe around it. I
It's
don't want to like
routine.
accidentally step on somebody's boundary, so I'm just
Right.
being cautious. But yeah,
In a
I'm being a
brothel.
shit. You're all good.
yeah, I know,
And
but
I
you
knew
can do
that.
things brothel tactfully.
You can get a hotel room and
This
have
is
an
an
orgy in it, and it has
Alaskan
nothing
bed,
to do with the
guys.
brothel.
That's an Alaskan king. I just posted a picture of the memes just so you can see.
Man, that puts the California king to shame. Jesus.
It-
It does.
Jeez.
So that's what I'm imagining the bed looks like.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Does anybody join Herc, or does he just have the entire bed to himself?
No, Riker will get in the bed.
remember,
Yeah, Rin will definitely get in the bed. I assume
Roll.
she would be closer to her than Riker is, but
Probably, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
unless
That's
he
like-
really wants to snuggle.
You put Herc in the middle of the bed and you each take a side.
you're all in the house of Sunni. Remember, we may all be very beautiful, but beauty is more than skin deep. And we're beautiful in that way as well. Beauty issues from the core of one's being and reveals one's true face to the world. So, those words in mind, do what you will.
That was beautiful, Mr. Herc.
It's one of the tenets of Teneths.
Huh.
Lady Firehair would have us perform a loving act each day and seek to awaken love in others. Encourage beauty wherever you find
Right.
it. And I found you all. So, I'm here to foster that.
Wait, where's Sammy sleeping in this room? Is he just gonna be on the floor?
Let's message him right now and find out.
Sammy hasn't come up to bed yet.
Okay. So he'll pass out and just sleep wherever he passes out. Gotcha.
We'll see what happens.
Okay.
I assume we'll go back to him when he gets online.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, we're a little over a half hour into the session. I'll probably
I just messaged him.
yeah, if you guys everyone is going to sleep, right?
Yeah.
Then we will say that you all gain a long rest.
Did you want to backtrack, Bria, for what you were doing during that time?
Good, we're good. Rin just went up with everyone else.
No. Hold on. Yeah, are you
We're
sure?
good. Yep, totally fine.
Okay.
I don't know, man. If the DM says, "Are you sure?" you may want to reconsider.
No, because Herc just did his prayers and he went straight up, and there would have
Okay.
been. We're good. We're totally good.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Then you all awake in the morning after a long rest. Sarah, or Arsis rather, there's still some punishment around you having died.
Mm-hmm.
How many more days does that last for? Is it 2 long rests or something? 3 long rests?
So I have 4, so I need 3 more now.
Okay. Before you're rolling normal and everything?
Yep.
Okay.
So yeah, I was at 4 and now I'm at 3.
I also... Fuck, Sammy's not here.
Text him.
Arsis, I actually need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
That is never good.
Especially with a -3 penalty.
Oh god.
All right, wisdom saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a 3.
Okay. So... I may describe things as we go, but nothing seems to have changed as of just yet.
Okay. So I didn't sleep super well, though, I'm assuming.
You had some... No, it wasn't enough for you to be able to fully... Yeah, you can tell that you didn't sleep the best. You still feel rested, but
Yeah.
you
Tossed
can
and
tell...
turned, had
Yeah.
nightmares.
Yeah, it wasn't even
Yeah.
necessary. It's like one of those... Have you ever had a nightmare and you wake up and you can't remember what the nightmare was, but you know that you had one?
Mm-hmm.
It's like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So it is now morning, and you find Sammy laying at the foot of the bed directly on the floor. What do you all do? You have a couple things on your agenda for today. At noon, you're supposed to meet in the Royal Gardens, and at sundown, assassin meet. Keep in mind, you don't necessarily have to do those. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
But that's
Wait,
what's
isn't
on the table.
assassin meet at sundown?
There he is.
A random Sammy has been spotted.
Yes, the assassin meet is at sundown.
Hey,
Yeah.
DJ.
You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Kind of. Do I got to speak louder?
No,
No, please don't.
You're just
You're
kinda kidding.
you're not
volume
at you're
problem.
not at your computer, are you?
No, he's in Florida.
Yeah, I'm in Florida right now, but I'm walking back to my hotel right now.
Okay.
But I have my laptop with me.
Okay. Actually, if you're walking back to your hotel, let's just take a quick 5-er. I'm going to use the restroom, and we can come back in 5 minutes and resume then.
Sounds good.
Alrighty. Thank you. Thank you. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, testing. Okie dokie. So, we pick back up after a long rest. Sammy, when you get back, I'm gonna need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, well, I can do that right now for you, sir. Although it won't show up in roll 20.
I think he wanted you to keep your video.
It's okay. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm just laughing at it on myself.
I don't know
no,
what
you're
rolled then.
No, you're okay. Don't seriously, don't sweat. It's not like nothing's gonna major happen to you based on the outcome of that roll just yet. So,
Are you sure about that?
yeah, even if you had a natural one, it's not gonna do anything wild. So, what do you do for the day? You've awoken.
Right. Do you have continental breakfast here?
No.
Yeah, it's fucking dry ass granola bars and fucking shitty coffee.
We're not talking
Enjoy.
about your hotel. We're talking about the tenants.
Shit.
We're talking about tenants. Tenants, yes.
Okay.
The establishment isn't open to all at the wee hours of the morning. Doesn't open up until typically midday. But for the guests that are there is a breakfast that is served. It's typically a made to order rather than something that's just found at the buffet, typically like you saw last night. But they do have full access to what's available to them at the city, and some. So whatever you could imagine that you would want for breakfast, you would be free to indulge in.
Pastries and salad.
All right.
Coffee. The black.
No coffee.
Yeah.
There's no coffee. And even as we're getting up, the other guests need their beauty sleep.
Why?
Some of us
Wish
have
the
had-
day away.
Some of them had a very long night to make up for it. So
You know, Mr. Herc, I don't know what you mean, but I'm just gonna go downstairs and get something to eat.
group activities, Raka. Group activities.
Like water polo?
Or like a big jigsaw puzzle?
Charade.
Boy.
Bryn, like, slaps her hand to her forehead.
Nice.
Other kinds
We've
of
got to
activities. In a bedroom.
Like barn raising?
It's a
Like
lot to
people
teach each
who
other.
like each other would do?
Hold on, what's barn raisin?
That's another word for orgy, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Just for the farmers? Oh shoot. Okay. Nice.
Seems we have a lot to learn from each other still.
I get that feeling.
I'm aware of what you mean. I'm just playing silly.
Nah.
I grew up around farm animals. I know what happens when y'all get rutting.
And that note record just goes downstairs.
Well, if you want to explain it further to us over breakfast, maybe not the best idea.
Yeah, I thought you already knew. You seem to be knowledgeable. Do you need
I'm playing silly too. Aha! Right
Got
back
me.
at ya.
Alrighty. As you find yourself downstairs and you are all given your order of breakfast, some of you water, orange juice, coffee, all the things that you are looking for, you're able to.
Wait, pomegranate juice.
They would have
Loads of it.
yeah.
probably more cranberry juice to prevent UTIs.
They would have it
Well,
all. If you want
if you have
pomegranate juice, you can have it.
Would take pomegranate
Herbal
juice.
remedies and poultices and
Yep.
creams.
Hangover cocktails, you name it. But you are able to enjoy your breakfast in peace. A few moments go by.
Oh.
And a slender middle-aged woman coming over in a white silk robe tied around her waist, with a long, what appears to be like a freshly dyed hair, stark red, comes over and creeps up behind Herc and puts her arm around him and gives him a kiss on like the side of his head right here. I didn't know you were coming.
I told them not to. Oh.
Introduce me to your friends.
Right. Oh, God, this is so
I'm
embarrassing.
Herc's lovely mother, and she extends her hand like outward to shake.
Oh, yeah, I'm shaking her hand.
Oh, absolutely.
The name's Amara,
Under her
Heart
side.
Song, and you have all had the pleasure of being my handsome son. And she just kind of like a little bit of a noogie on the top of his head.
You know how long that took me to do?
47 minutes.
Oh.
I timed it.
I can confirm I also timed it.
That sounds about right. What brings you all to the city? Specifically, Teneths. Did you enjoy yourself? Did you have a good time? Herc, did you show them everything?
They're not from around here, Mother. You can't just put them through the full package, you know, and expect that everything to.
What
we had a
about
lovely time.
It was a lovely evening, ma'am. We got treated very nicely, thank you.
This is such a lovely place. Thank you so much.
And then she looks over at you, Herc, and she's like, did you treat them to the hurricane special last night?
The hurricane special?
Arsis goes red again. I think Riker does too, actually.
Riker's confused. Like, is that like a drink?
I've only known them a few days. I can hardly say that's enough time to get so intimate with somebody too.
Well, to each their own.
I find that you can scare people off sometimes when you do that. Not that I'm ashamed.
You're right. I'll
The
tone
hurricane's
it down. I'll be a good mother. Unfortunately, I'm sorry you didn't get to see me perform last night. So what are you doing for today? Are you doing anything exciting? Anything fun?
Well, you know, this is probably for the best, because I'm in a lot of danger, and I'm worried about you, and there's danger in the city, and if anything were to happen here, you need to know about it. A couple of my friends are a bit sick, so we're taking them to different temples. Is there anyone here who could perform cleansing rite? Good.
What type of cleansing are they needing?
One that requires diamonds. What's the owner's name? Oh, is it pronounced Gales?
Yeah, Galis is kind of how I was. Yeah, Galis. Yeah.
Is Gales here?
She always seems to be here somewhere. Most of the time she's out patrolling around. In the morning she normally keeps to the books, taking in the totals from the previous night, and maybe even does a run to the bank, but...
Oh, mother. Well, this is Arsis Brightwind. This is...
Ma'am.
This is Sammy. So this is Sammy.
Senator Lightning, but you can just call me Sammy, man.
Yes. Most people call him Arsis Brightwind.
You said that.
Daughter
yeah.
of Ray Karana Brightwind. And Riker, the mortician's assistant, on his way up in the world, and the lovely
Riker Solo, man.
The lovely Ren Stone, artist, musician, bookkeeper.
Well, you surround
It's a
yourself with
pleasure to meet you.
such lovely, beautiful people. Suni would be proud.
Indeed. As beautiful on the outside as they are on the inside.
I don't doubt that for a second. As to your question about cleansing, I don't even think Galis would have the type of thing that you're looking for.
This is a temple, right? As a connection to the divine?
It does. Absolutely it does. I don't think that they...
Sit down.
She kind of sits down and pulls her silk robe in a little bit tighter so she's not exposing herself. And while we might say prayers, and I don't know if anyone has the capability for the particular magic that you're suggesting.
All right. Well,
I know you're capable of cleansing diseases, and if it's something that you can't cleanse, I doubt anybody here is going to be able to cleanse it.
Oh, I'm not capable. That's why I was asking. I don't know why.
He's
It's
very
dangerous.
capable, don't get it wrong. This is just very advanced.
Yes, I'm very capable. It's very dangerous is the problem. Very dangerous. And you need to be careful of mushrooms and hive minds and half-gnome assassins and war wizards. I'm tangled up into a whole thing, Mother. I didn't think that my adventuring days would start off with such a kick, but, well, there you have it.
Don't you worry about me. I'm in no danger of being assassinated.
But they might try to get to you, or get to me through you. So, need you to... I don't know, maybe you need a new stage name or something like that. And avoid mushrooms. And
she reaches up
check
and
everything you eat.
Go ahead.
Check everything you eat, make sure it's cleansed. Don't outsource to anything from the Circle of Balance, and be very careful of any miracle tonics, that is, and don't go near the prison, and be sure to vet everybody who comes and sees your shows.
It's very sweet of you to care about me. I'm very capable of taking care of myself. And she reaches up and she pinches an earring, and her entire figure kind of transforms into a new shape, an illusion, magic to be sure. I can change my appearance at will. So you don't have to worry about anybody finding or seeking me out.
Now, how do you get that trick?
The earring.
All the ladies have it here.
It's the earring.
It's part of the job.
That was quite delightful. I'll have to find out more of your secrets there.
Well, you need a very good imagination. It's true.
Well,
Just be careful, all right? And I know you can take care of yourself, but the fact that I'm warning you could be indication of how dangerous this really is. I've even got an expert here who knows all about it. Like he's a genius, We're going to form a adventuring party together, Starward. Once we take care of all this fungus business, and then we'll start making a name for ourselves. You'll see.
Ma'am, he is kind of right. If you guys should be careful about any foods imported from out of the city, and maybe test your food if you don't already, just because what we're dealing with is pretty invasive.
And it's spreading.
I will absolutely pass on the information to the proper channels. And I'll...
If anybody starts acting strange...
Isn't he just the cutest?
Mother, this is important.
I know. Listen, I've got to get around for today. I've got lots of getting ready to do. This hair, it's not going to do itself. So
74 minutes. Yep.
I'm going to go get around for today. It was a pleasure seeing you. And I hope you do come back again soon. I hope you're not off adventuring forever. Don't forget about your mom.
Would never forget you.
It was a pleasure to meet you, ma'am.
And it was a pleasure to meet you as well. Stay safe.
Don't tell Glimmer or Milo that I was here, all right? Or Slam.
Just as one last insult to injury, she pinches your cheek. I would never do such a thing. And walks away.
So,
I'm sorry.
your mother's in the city then, isn't she?
Herc, you have a very lovely mother.
You really shouldn't be so embarrassed of her. She loves you so much. Anyone can see that.
Is that what all mothers are like?
Not all of them.
Yeah, no.
I'd like to think that my mother's like that. Is like that.
She's a wonderful woman. She's very fantastic. All right, just...
DJ's gonna give everyone motion sickness.
You're welcome.
I need like a post-it note
Might
just to
get
put
to
on
you.
his like part of the screen.
I'm trying to do other shit. Fuck off.
Oh, we love you, DJ.
Yeah, whatever. Get sick.
It's not fair. I
don't know how Bria does this.
She can just be so relaxed sometimes.
Doesn't text
It's
people while she's
infuriating.
on the video chat.
Yeah.
I'm not texting anybody.
You just gotta put the phone up against the screen, and it's like having a little monitor, but tiny.
Yeah. Fine.
All right. Sorry, Herc. Didn't mean to take away from your moment.
Oh, it's fine. I met your aunt. You showed me your home. I've shown you mine.
No, you didn't really get a chance to meet my aunt. I mean, you met
Well,
somebody who resembles my aunt, but that wasn't her.
True. But it was the principle of the thing. You brought us to your town and showed us around. And
I'm sure we'll get to meet the real her soon.
I hope so. She's a firecracker.
might as well bite her head off more than anything if you touch anything. But
Riker just writes that down in his like journal.
Alrighty. It's around mid-morning. I think maybe 9:30, 10 o'clock.
yeah, lean in.
Well,
So
Is there anything else we need to do, or should we just go straight to the meeting when it's time?
You know how Ganrahas last night was telling us about the letter?
Yeah.
Well, do we still have Merrick's journal?
I believe Riker had it.
I think I have it. Yeah.
Scrollings of a crazy man.
Well,
Crazy mushroom.
Yeah, I believe Riker picked it up.
you know how the journal eventually turned into just gibberish?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because they're
Well,
crazy
what if-
and they're evil.
Yes, but what if that gibberish matches?
What was in the letter? What if we could do
Oh,
something?
That's Riker like takes out the journal. Do we still have the original note? Did
He
Gen
gave
has
us a
given it?
copy, I believe.
Okay.
That's right. He was.
Riker will look for commonalities between like the symbols.
Yeah. So you guys made IRL checks in past, so you
Yeah.
won't have to roll any check. But given the information that Ganrahas gave you yesterday, it makes it a little easier for your character, as he was talking about how, as he was looking at the letter, he was noticing that the symbols were a mashup of all sorts of different languages, different curvatures from the Elvish, different, hard straight lines from Goblinoid or Orcish fonts, and together with that information, and those of you that choose to kind of help.
So,
Go
so
ahead.
we spend the next hour at the table deciphering journal now. Is that what it sounds like?
Yeah. One thing that I will say is that somehow Sammy and Arsis have an easier time than most.
No, that one's a P. Not a D, it's a P.
I don't
Okay,
think
but
anybody
they're
else
like
here.
basically they're like basically the
No,
same.
he's got the little switch right there. You can see it.
Are you sure it's not a U?
Riker like puts
Look.
on his mask and like he presses a button, like there's a bunch of like focusing lenses that kind of like go into like a fine point, and he's like looking at it.
Look, you're confusing different lines over there. Look at that. See? Look,
Oh,
we've
so
already
suddenly,
determined that letter right there is this. You can't just change it up in the middle of it all.
He does the same thing with his other eye now, with his other like lens.
You can see, if you look right here, this word says capital. CAPITAL. See, look at that. It's
Wait, no,
very
but
similar.
is it AL or OL? Because I can't tell. I can't quite tell.
AL.
You know what?
AL.
I bet you two can read it better because you're infected and we haven't cleansed you yet.
No. I think it's a little bit more that you're just terrible at reading things.
You're not. Oh, sure, yes. He said that it took all kinds of different knowledge, and I'm the only one here who knows Orcish, and that is.
That's not Orcish, Hark. I don't know how many times we have to tell you it's not Orcish.
Well,
It
parts
doesn't
of
come
it
from Orc.
are, and you were right about the part that was. So, for,
So, I mean, it's fine.
doesn't disprove what I'm saying.
It doesn't quite exactly prove it either.
Well, my Orcish gut tells me that it is, and that's never been wrong, so.
I mean, surprise, the people who are infected with the fungus disease can read the fungus writing better.
That makes me a little sick to my stomach. Thanks for bringing it up.
concentration.
I know, I'm sorry,
So
Arthas.
I
It was
say it
really
and
just
people
because
blow
of
it up, but
Sammy.
then Rin says it and everybody's. Let me know when you
Miss
figure it
Arsis,
out.
you were right. It is AL, actually. Yep, AL.
Can we focus on the task at hand instead of being mean and tearing each other apart?
See, this is Q, I think.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Who
This is
had
very frustrating work.
Sammy? You had the first
Yeah.
entry.
You
Can I-
posted
Hi.
it in Discord.
Can I take
did.
just 1 minute because I know where it is, but I need to go get it. I'll be right back.
Oh,
I've got my shitty writing here, but
Well, I
should
posted
probably-
mine to a
Discord.
separate chat.
Yeah.
oh, okay.
No, it'll be
Um,
easy to find, luckily.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am pulling it up now. This one? Okay. The gift of devotion. Our arrival in Monroe was not mere chance. It was guided by whispers from her echoing from the depths. Beneath this town, within the old mine, lays a gift of profound significance. The mycelia
Weave, yeah.
weave circlet, intertwined with the essence of her domain, is a symbol of communion with our queen destined for Quintus. In Quintus's hand, it will serve as the cornerstone of our ceremony, channeling the very essence of our queen into the world. The circlet is not merely an artifact, it is the bond that ties us to her grand design, guiding us ever closer to the moment of her glorious ascension.
Okay. I done fucked up, and now I can't seem to find where I wrote all of these letters. So you guys
Well,
have
sorry,
the
apparently
literal only
Apparently,
copies.
Kirk was 6. I was 8.
I was 7?
Yeah, I thought it was 5.
You were
I
5.
thought it was. Well, yeah, it was 5.
Yeah,
But I thought we.
Yeah.
We started at 5.
yeah.
Like, we were only
You were
offered
5. Herc
yeah.
was 6.
Okay, got it,
Ren was
okay.
7. Arceus was
was
8.
8.
And Riker was 9.
Heard.
But I lost the document, and I don't have any of the information. So if you guys could do me a super huge solid, like, I remember what they say, but not verbatim. If you guys could
Well,
type those
apparently
and send that back to
We
me.
are. No, we're typing them in chat right now.
Yeah, can we just do that in chat?
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Because then I can create documents of them real quick.
Shame on you, John.
Dude, I don't know. I can't find it. I can't find my Google Doc. I don't know if I accidentally deleted it or what.
Oh my god, I gotta type all this up. I didn't want to. Ugh.
I know, luckily I had sent it to John T a while ago, so I just had to find the message.
Yeah, this might take me a few minutes. Just
Yeah,
bear
my
with me.
handwriting was really rough on this.
You're okay. I won't make you guys read them all out loud. I will look at it quickly and give a summary. For Sammy's, just to recap, they targeted Monroe specifically. There's an artifact.
Because of the mushrooms and the artifact.
And
Yeah.
the artifact. For Herc's, the biggest thing to know is that this infection, specifically from the tincture, only takes 3 days. Within the first 3 days, they begin to feel the connection, and by the 5th day, they are a complete thrall. Rins talks about Quintus heading to Knightswood, which was already kind of confirmed by the assassin who shared that intel with you a little bit. So this only confirms it even more. But Quintus's goal is to infiltrate these druids or the guardians of the nature there, and use Knightswood as the place to start this grand event.
Mine is about taking over the capital and the queen.
That's right.
Ooh.
Yep. Finding a way to infiltrate Suzail, and specifically that the offering of the queen themselves would be the grandest of prizes to offer their own worshiper. I believe 9 talks about the ritual to bring about
Yep,
the queen,
that's what it's talking about.
the demon queen of fungi, Zugdmoy.
Stugged.
Dude,
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
when I brought out that name, I'm like, "There's no way this is right. I got this wrong because
I know, right?
it makes no sense to me."
Just all the letters mashed together, or
Yeah, just like all the like, there's such random letters just kind of like put together in a name. I'm like, okay, where did I fuck up?
ZUGGTMOY.
Yeah.
What the hell? No, it's
Right.
MOY.
That's good. That's a good spooky fungus name. Yes.
I gotta fix all the spelling errors. 1 sec.
It's canon, by the way. Like, that's an actual demon queen in the Forgotten Realms lore.
No shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Ignore the punctuation, but that's pretty much what it said.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Better.
I'll take all this information that you lovely people just put in there, and I will format it and put it in handouts, I swear, before the beginning of next session for you to reference next time. But as you begin to decipher this, you begin to see the magnitude of the situation. One of thinking about all of the people back in Monroe that had taken the tincture. How many days has it been? Has it been 5? Has it been 3? How many days has it been since they've had it? What about the people that are infected right now? You know, mindless thrall, what all does that entail? Is that like what the imposter guards were like? What all does that entail? And realizing the threat of them wanting to target the capital city, Suzail, hearing what Syrian had talked about of some sort of outbreak or weird activity at the jail and more Purple Dragon Knight activity, and specifically even them saying that they want to target the queen. How are they going to do that? But you also know from the assassin, both Rin and Sammy, that Kalis is in the city, or he's been spotted in the city, and Kalis is one of the high-ranking members of the Emissary of Balance. Oh, that's right. Rikers actually talked about the prophecy. Yeah. So what do you do with this information?
Well, Herc, how much did you touch this old wizard guy?
How much did I touch this old wizard guy? Is that what you just asked me? Oh,
Trust. I mean,
It's-
how much you touch him is between you and him.
It's Ganrast.
That doesn't mean a whole lot to me.
Who's in charge? He's the Grand Wizard.
Okay, but do we trust him?
I mean, if you don't trust him, do you not trust the Queen? Are you a rebel or something out there in Monroe? Are you?
I think the
I would
big
say-
issue at this time is I think we need to be able to be sure that we can actually trust these people. They haven't given us a reason to trust you all. I mean, to some certain extent, stuck your necks out at one point or another, and, well, you haven't exactly thrown me out. So, that point, I trust you. However, I have a certain mistrusting with everybody else on the outside, and a foreign group coming on in with honeyed words in, well, putting these papers together and finding out that, well, I'm sorry, Miss Arsis, but things might be a little bleak for your auntie.
I think that this is too big for us. This is a whole plot, and I do think we need allies. We need help. And this
Sammy,
Ganderhouse.
I understand your general distrust of the government, but Ganderhouse, as was told to us by that assassin that you do seem to trust, is not a part of this fungus conspiracy. So I don't know if we need to trust him 100%, but I think when it comes to, getting something out of him, he's not going to betray us.
Well, what if it's like Lord Garwin? We trusted Lord Garwin, and then maybe Sammy's right. Maybe it goes all the way to the top.
It doesn't. As long as we decide that we're going to trust that assassin, we have to also take the words that he says as true. And what he said was that Ganderhouse is not part of this.
Okay, but why are we trusting the guy that murdered somebody in front of us?
Well, the guy that he murdered is pretty terrible. So that's points for him. I'm don't know if that means
And here's the
trust.
thing. We either trust no one, pure and simple, or we accept that there are some people that we're going to have to take their word.
Well, there's also, like, the part where we give him the information that is pertinent, but we don't have to give him all the information.
I agree.
Yeah.
When it comes to this mushroom cult that is taking root in Monroe, and I have hope we might be able to get something before.
I mean, maybe we just give them
Maybe it was only a day or two.
what they ask for and nothing more.
Right.
So lazy.
I mean, I don't think we should stop doing our part and investigating and getting more information and maybe doing something to reverse whatever's going on, because there's nothing in there that said that it's not reversible.
Herc, you look frustrated.
Oh, Riker said something, or also said something about doing investigations and things like that. And I mean, we should get to it, and take them out. This Knightswood place, I think, right?
But there's hundreds of them, Herc.
Well,
We're just a group of friends trying to make a difference, but I think we need help.
Well, Ganderhast wants to protect the kingdom. We can trust that, right? So
I think we might have to take a leap of faith and try to trust this Ganderhast.
for me, it's really just a step. I mean,
I feel like any information we get is information, and we could just sort it out from there. Take everything with a grain of salt, but try to follow up on it the best we can.
So right now, what we know is that they're doing something to the druids in the woods, and we probably should get there as soon as possible to see what we can do to stop it. But if we give some of this information to the wizard, he might be able to work on towards a cure or something that stops the spread.
Yes, or if we all die and fail, there'll at least be another line of defense.
I like that thinking, Herky. Also, maybe getting a cure for Sammy and I.
Yes.
Right.
And hey,
I don't know if
maybe...
holy magic's the only way, or if there's some sort of alchemical thing that the wizard will know that'll stop the spread. I know I don't want to become part of the mushroom people.
And you won't. We'll find out something.
It would be really sad for me to come back from the dead just to turn into one of them.
And hey, I don't know who these Knightswood 9 are, but, maybe they could help us. We come, we tell them we're going to help them, we're trying to save them, and...
I've always been partial to druids.
Yep, out there in the woods.
Where it's quiet, safe.
With the animals and the goblins and the ogres.
Yeah.
And the tree branches that tangle your hair and variety of smells.
Oh, and the bugs. Don't forget about the bugs.
Yes. So many different bugs and fungi. Guess we better go warn them then. All right, what time is it? I think that's enough investigating for now. I think let's go to that garden or something.
Should we? So we're going to give these translated notes to Gannerhass, right? Just so we're all on the same page and no one's taking it back.
I can make copies and I can give the copies to him.
All right.
I would much rather give the copies than give the actual notes.
And perhaps they could be abbreviated, things that don't necessarily say everything but what he needs.
I can do that if you just tell me what you want me to leave out.
Well, clearly we need to tell him about the threat to Suzail and the Queen. Maybe the uprising and what happened in Monroe. Do we need to mention this magic circlet thing?
No, absolutely not.
Why not? It sounds dangerous. Maybe a wizard could destroy it.
Or he could take it for himself and use it against us.
You think he'd do that?
I'm trying to think more like Sammy in this instance and be paranoid. So
paranoid.
Think if it were in our hands, it'd be a bargaining chip for something down the road. I don't know, but
or we can
again,
at least know that it's not being used for evil.
I trust us more than I trust anybody else. Again,
I think saying something about how long it takes for the disease to take over is good. And then plans that directly relate to Suzail.
Well, I think we should also mention, the mushrooms underneath Monroe, just because that is a source of their power.
All right, when we go there, I'm not going to say anything because I can't keep track of it. So I hope you're taking notes, Riker.
It's okay, Mr. Herc. I'm making notes.
Great.
Is everybody at least on the same page?
We're not telling him about the artifact, but everything else is good to say.
Most everything, yeah. Everything that's important for him, yep.
Oh,
to get an army together.
I've got it. I've got it. Just don't mention anything about the artifact.
Alrighty.
Ryan, would you do me a favor? I'm going to kind of whisper over to her. Can you distract her when we're talking to the wizard?
Absolutely, I can.
Alrighty. Go ahead. You finish making your copies of the notes that you want to be able to give to the wizard if you do decide to do so. And you all leave Tenets headed kind of northwest through the city streets. You can tell that the streets on this side of the promenade are much more taken care of. The almost as if the paved, like the stones, are swept or cleaned on a somewhat regular basis. That or the commerce hasn't had the opportunity to kind of beat these stones down, as it's just normal footpath. You make your way to the northern side of the palace, and as you start walking up the long winding street towards, you can see the looming castle in the background, the grand spires with purple and gold banners streaming, and occasionally you can see the banner with a purple dragon with a golden background. But before you get up to the castle gates, kind of take a right off the path, you can see still kind of a cobblestone path winding through shrubs and flowers and tall trees, and you can see in the distance a tall white gazebo, which was to be your destined meeting point. And as you get closer, you can see inside of the gazebo not only the elderly figure of Ganrahast, now wearing his royal magician's garb, elegant purple robes, gold streamings down the side, his beard kind of tied in a cinch at the a few inches below the chin, and a tall brimmed hat. But you also see a woman in business casual, we'll call it. Not like formal wear, but definitely you can see that she has sort of a tight corset and some breeches and a braid of blonde hair down her right shoulder. But she still has a long sword in her belts. And she is standing there waiting underneath of the gazebo for you. And I will transfer you over to...
Riker and Herc recognize this lady.
Probably even Rin and would recognize her as the queen.
Oh fuck!
Riker is just like wide-eyed. He just turns to everyone and says, "Oh, this is really important."
All right.
Whoa.
She's
Yeah,
a lot younger than I thought she'd be.
and that's her style, man. The braid and the sword and
I think the royals as well. Like they just look younger than everyone else.
No, that's what good money and healthy eating does for the body.
favorite Sunni.
Would
They might
know
have
that she
temple
is in
setting.
her late 30s.
They might have some elven blood.
Is she human, John?
She is human, absolutely human.
Okay.
The Oberskyer bloodline dating back, what are we, 1492, like minus...
Almost sailed the ocean blue.
Yeah, isn't it 1492 in the... I mean, we're actually in... Anyways.
Right, I was just playing around. But yes.
But yeah, the Oberskyer bloodline dates back before, like minus 100 DR. Yeah, when the first, I won't spoil you with the super deep lore. But yeah, all human bloodline. Kind of purist a little bit, but who knows? Maybe there's something in store for it later.
As long as they're not inbred, it's all good.
Yeah, she does not. There is no heir currently to the throne, so that's a common like talking point for a lot of people of like, what are we gonna do? We have a queen who doesn't even have a husband. There's no
Yet.
Yes, correct.
Oh, got her.
As they're approaching, but like still far enough away that they wouldn't necessarily be within earshot.
Yeah.
Rin kind of like puts a hand on Herc's shoulder and says, "If you feel like you need to speak up about something, go ahead and give me a sign, give me a signal, and maybe we can try and make things all mesh together. It might just be a safer way for us to try and communicate with the Queen."
My
So
palms
not
are
too
sweaty. Are
much
your
is
palms
said.
sweaty?
My palms are very sweaty. I have never been more nervous in my life.
Do we bow? I think I'm gonna kneel.
John, do we
curtsy,
bow
but-
or kneel?
I wear pants now.
You don't kneel. The only time anybody kneels is inside of like the royal court or in the throne room when she enters in her formal
Yeah,
wear.
but Herc is extra. He's gonna deal anyways.
Typical courtesies are just like you would greet any lord or lady, just a bow. How deep you bow is the deepness of your respect, but yeah.
Sammy's gonna just barely nod his head.
Riker, Riker,
Queen.
sorry, Riker, you would know that this queen, and you were too young to know any of the kings that came before, but her reputation is a lot more lax. She's a cool mom type of situation where she doesn't necessarily follow those strict customs of, you know, bow before your queen. She tends to earn her respect in different ways. You know, how she slayed the purple dragon reborn to earn her queen status.
So she's a badass and she's chill about it.
Yeah.
Like it.
Yeah. So do with that information what you will. Who is going to be the face and approach?
I guess I'll push Riker forward.
And I'll come up with him. Clear skies.
Riker just
day,
gives like a deep bow and says, "Your Majesty."
Your Majesty.
Thank
Lovely
you
day
all.
to meet you in this beautiful gazebo.
Indeed. We don't have to go through the formalities. We're here on more business terms. There are
I'm
things.
Herc Heartsong, son of
I'm gonna come up behind Herc and I'm gonna put a shoulder or a hand on his shoulder.
She just kind of has one hand just gesturing as she's talking, and the other hand just kind of resting on the pommel of her long sword at her side. And Ganrahast comes up. Well then, I have some interesting news for you, and hopefully you might have some interesting news for me in return. I'll start first. So, yesterday you tasked me with talking to Zephyrus, thinking that he might be crooked of sorts. We put him through the ringer, and while I couldn't confirm that he had any hand in his own assassination, or the attack on you, I could tell that there was things that he was omitting. While he was telling the truth, he was not being fully forthcoming.
Deceptive without lying. Yeah.
Exactly. So we have him on a relatively short leash. As for the captive, I didn't have the opportunity to speak with him. He had succumbed to some ailment before I was able to get there. It's part of the deceptiveness that Zephyrus was showing. Now, with that being said...
you think Zephyrus had a hand in killing the prisoner before he could talk?
Not necessarily before he could talk. Maybe he did talk. But unfortunately, I'm not privy to the information that he shared. However, we did send the corpse to our mortician, the royal mortician, and he is going to look over it. See if there's anything similar in nature to what we've seen with other people possessed. Similar to the person that we found in Weymouth that was in late stage infection. So unfortunately, unable to give you quite the resolution that I feared that you hoped for. While I will say again and repeat that I do have Zephyrus on a much tighter leash. He is not to leave the city. He is actually confined to one of the towers in the War Wizards College.
Well, it means a lot that you took our claim seriously, looked into it. That actually goes a long way to making us feel better about this situation. I believe Riker uncovered some information as well he'd like to share.
Riker, he takes out like the letter, like the copy of the letter that he was handed, and says, these weird symbols all correspond to different letters, is what we found out. We also had a journal with these same symbols on them, and we were able to translate the chapters. And Riker takes out like the copies, the ones with the slightly omitted like material on them.
And are these already translated copies, or did you even try to attempt to copy the script?
No, did you see those symbols? No, he only wrote down the
translated copy. Okay, so remind me again which information you were omitting.
We weren't going to mention the circlet.
The artifact, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we were going to mention the Druid's Grove either.
Right.
Just nothing about Knightswood at all?
No.
Or
I think
nothing
we're
about
go there
that being...
next.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Do more information before we...
from the most powerful wizard in the realm.
It's okay. We got this.
Okay.
But we were going to talk about the plot for Suzail, the timeline of the disease if you take the tonic.
Okay.
And that sort of
stuff. Zug Tomoy, however.
Yeah, trying to raise their queen would be the other
okay.
So.
Okay. As he's kind of poring over all that information, and you can see the queen kind of like standing right behind him, looking over his shoulder, kind of reading some of it. You can see as she's flipping through the pages, you can visibly tell when they get to the part that mentions that they have the plan to infect her. You can see her demeanor changes. Her normal calm expression turns to more of a scowl, and she grips her short sword extremely tightly, and you can see now what still is a very beautiful young woman. You can see how quickly it can change into be something that could be feared by an enemy, and knowing that she was a fierce combatant in the last war. Well, this is quite a lot of information to take in. Where did you say that you got this journal from? Or these pages?
We found him in
one
Monroe.
of their psychopaths that well, we had the
his name was Merrick.
Pleasure of meeting.
All of this to what end? They just want to raise the entirety of Cormyr and Turn us all into mindless thralls for a demon queen?
To appease their own. Correct.
And
You,
I think it all comes down
us.
to power in the end.
And she sighs, and you can see her start pacing in the gazebo, back and forth in her own little 5-6 foot space.
They mean to raise it and think that they will earn some sort of reward, whether it's the everlasting gift of immortality or a place at that creature's side.
We've given you as
They
much
mean
as
to
we
take
know.
you and your city and your people out with it.
Well, I can assure you, I will not let that happen. We faced far worse than some pathetic cultists in their attempt at whatever they're doing. Sure, they might have gotten some of our outlying towns, but they will not infect Suzail. I will not let that happen on my watch.
Sorry, Queen, but they've already tried once through us, unfortunately. Maybe somebody else a little more committed.
Your Majesty, I would just like to point out that in the past, we armies have been faced enemies that you can see. This seems to be an enemy that you can't always see.
We have the finest army of wizards in all of Faerun. This is almost even more up our alley. We can absolutely overcome this challenge.
And I think you are right in that. I just wanted to make it known what you might be going up against.
Do you intend on burning everything that you come across with your army of wizards?
I elbow Sammy a little bit.
What end?
Oh.
For the safety of our realm.
Ma'am, the people that you're talking, what you're talking about burning is the people of your realm. We gotta work on a cure. We gotta work on a way to stop the infection. You can't just kill everybody.
I don't intend to kill everyone. Not everyone is infected, nor do I intend to kill the infected immediately. We have ample space. We have set up quarantines in the past when we had
that town, yeah. What was it called?
My mind's drawing a blank.
Perla or
I don't know. I'll have to look at it again. We're gonna skip past that little bit of a lore tidbit.
Ma'am, I appreciate your fervor that you are coming to table with this, but that's my family member that has been infected. That's my town, my hometown. I'm from Monroe. I would not be behind somebody whose first action is just to burn everything.
And you see calmness and the gentle facial features come back to the forefront. I'm sorry. Listen, I do not intend to look at every infected life as an immediate threat that needs to be just cut out. Of course, we will pour as many hours of research into fighting this threat and finding the cure as we would actually fighting those that wish harm upon our lands. I would not do anything that I didn't feel that I absolutely had to, and every life that we have inside of this realm is precious. We have built something very great here over the entire Oberskyer lineage, and I would not be the first to allow that to fall to ruin. I can assure you that as my duty as queen, I will make sure that we take every precaution to make sure that every civilian life is as safe as we can possibly make it. We will root out, or we will attack the root of this threat. We will attack the cultists while we work for this cure. We have some information. We know their name. We know some things about them. We will continue to dig into it more.
Oh, also, it was Purple Knights that attacked me in the street.
I am aware, and every single one of our Purple Knights, spanning across the entirety of the realm, is currently being visited by one of our war wizards. And they are having to go through a strenuous process to reassess their mental fit for their role. While it is not a perfect solution, it's the best one that I can think of in the moment, and I will continue to think on it every waking hour I have. And trust me, I will lose sleep over this if I have to.
Right. Just a little thing to help. I'm not sure what kind of magic your war wizards have, but some of us with nature magic can kind of detect the poison, the infection. Certain clerics, I believe, can as well, and that might help because it's pretty visible. It's not something that's easily hidden if you have that particular bit of magic.
I will take that into consideration. Thank you so much for your... And as she's talking, you hear clapping coming from the southern entrance.
How long does it take to get the weapons out from their restraint?
We still have our permit.
Yeah, you still have your permit. The queen quickly leans over to Ganrahast. This was supposed to be a private meeting. Who is this? Nobody else knew that we were going to be here today.
Arsis has got her bow drawn and facing the south.
Okay, hold on. Because we're going to be going into combat here shortly, I got to go to the bathroom one more time, so we're ready.
Okay. Gotcha.
Enjoy your poop.
I will also be using the real quick.
I might
Enjoy your poop.
Poop if you need.
I'm just going number one. I'm just going number one. Time me.
I guess I'll go use the water closet too.
I don't have to pee, but I kind of feel like
Yeah.
I should. I guess I should try.
You should try.
Buddy.
Where's my initiative? Am I on a...
So fast.
Move all turns.
I'm
Here.
just gonna quickly check in for my flight.
Oh, you flying back?
Yeah, I fly back tomorrow about 6:30 or something like that. Fucking Spirit Airlines.
You talking broke bitch air?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Fucking hell.
Nice.
Everyone have a nice poop.
Such a good
The
poop.
loveliest poops. It's a little,
So fast.
little liquid, but you know.
Lots of fiber in your diet.
Poop, I peed.
Shit, I already got a front row.
If you've got a cloaca, it's kind of hard to tell what she does.
That's true.
We don't have any dragonborns in the party, though.
We need a chicken person.
Yeah. Aarakocra? Or
Yeah!
Kenku?
Yes.
Or lizard folk?
Okay, I'm back.
Where?
Nice.
Are we
rolling
initiative?
initiative?
Okay.
Yeah.
Where was the
Oh shit.
Better than last time.
Florentine city? I thought it was like in the east, like kind of on the coast, but I don't see anything in Dawn Gleam or.
Oh, fuck off. I got the nat 1 out of the way now.
Still a 7. It's not terrible for now.
Oh, I accidentally closed Roll20 because.
I love how our Byrell has like a +12 to initiative, and she always rolls really shitty.
I mean,
So she
yeah.
gets 12.
It's okay. You make up with it with your stealth.
Oh god, there's a TikTok I gotta send you, Andrew, that I came up the other day that I sent to Charlie, and he's like, "Yep, that's Byrell, 100%."
It's so great.
uh,
I need to give you like an updated icon, John.
For Herc?
Yeah.
Okay.
he changed his outfit.
Alrighty.
Oh yeah.
Well, he's all green.
Jasper! The fuck?
You didn't see that? Quit. Stop. Don't look.
Yeah. Oh no.
Alright, where's my music bot?
All right. Can't be too mad about that, I guess.
As you see this brooding figure, black hair kind of parted in the center, coming down to about his shoulder, wearing a combination of black and like a dark, deep purple collar poking up as he's coming forward. You led me right to them, out in the open.
You're an
And
idiot if you think
you
there's no protections
are-
here.
Kalis Crane.
Well, that seems bad.
It's a very
And
evil name.
as you're looking at him, he outstretches his hand, and behind him, a large, like, reddish, blackish, purplish, demonic gate opens up. And from it, enter 3 of the large fungal creatures that you faced in the cavern that Merrick had transformed into after you had slain him.
Sir, can you put those back, please?
It is
No? Oh,
time
okay.
for the beginning of the reign of our queen. And immediately, just for the, like, you guys are more than welcome to attack Kalis if you would like. But as I reveal, let me pull up. From all of the different shrubs and like hedges, large balloon fungal spores just disregard the eyes. The eyes aren't actually there, but they these spores grow in size, and you can see them all surrounding you on all sides. And it's not their turn in the initiative yet, but you can see that they're clearly starting to slowly drift towards you. Ganrahast and Kalis immediately start at each other, both offensive and protective spells.
You haven't sorted the initiative yet.
Oh yeah, good call. Arsis, you go first.
All right, we're gonna summon an Ardu.
Okay. And then we just had Ardu going on your turn, right?
Yeah, it says it shares initiative with me.
Okay, cool.
So I'm gonna summon him. I guess. Does it have to be within 30 feet of me? Let's see. Yep, within 30 feet. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and summon him over here off the bridge.
Okay.
And then I'll follow him. Maybe you should get out of here, Your Majesty. This seems real bad.
And you can see that she has her sword drawn.
And then Ardu is going to move, and I'm gonna bonus action command him to attack, and I'll have him attack this thing here with his bite. Does a little bit hit? Does an 8 hit?
Yes, an 8 does hit.
Oh wow, okay. So this is gonna be terrible. He does 5 points of damage.
And as immediately as he sinks his teeth in, before he even has a full mouthful, this spore explodes. I need
Awesome.
Ardu to make a Constitution saving throw.
A 6.
Take 10 points of poison damage.
Okay.
I don't know. Are they immune? Is your dragon immune? I imagine they would be. But are they
immunities are just fire.
Okay. Your creature is now poisoned.
Okay.
Um.
All right, everyone, stay away from the spores. That'll be my turn.
Okay. And give me a perception check really quick.
Alrighty. $15.
Okay, with a 15, I will say that you notice that the smaller spores' explosion radius appeared to be 10 feet.
Jesus.
Which means the bigger ones are probably bigger. Got it.
That's a good assumption. Okay. Ren, it is, you did your movement. Do you have a different action that you wanted to do, Arsis, or is that
I
it?
have to summon
Summon?
Ardu as
Okay,
an
yeah.
action.
I didn't know if it
Yeah.
was like a summon familiar where once you did it once, you were good. Okay. Ren, what do you do?
Okay, there's a lot of people I want to protect right now. Fuck. Rin is going to follow Arsis just as much as she can give her a little bit of good touch and give her enhance ability with Bear's Endurance, so she's gonna get 2d6 temporary hit points and advantage on Constitution checks.
Okay.
And then she's going to give Ganrahast a Bardic Inspiration. And then she's going to get back closer to her group again.
Okay. Herc, it is now your turn.
I guess I will. Let's see. Move up here. Oh wait, how far is that? No. I will throw. I'm actually gonna wait. I think I'm gonna wait for a spore or one of the. I'm gonna wait for something to be in range. I want to ready a javelin. Do I have to say like a specific creature to trigger it to throw, or just like as long as one of them's in range?
I'll allow you to. I'll allow you to say just any creature in range.
Okay.
Is that okay with you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Alrighty. So ready to action for Herc to throw
Sorry,
a javelin.
Sammy, you're gonna die now.
Riker, it is now your turn.
No, screw that. I'm casting Bless.
Okay. Bless it is. No
And
more
at
ready
first
to
level,
action.
so yeah, no ready to action. That'll be on. I guess the Queen, myself, and Sammy.
Oh.
Okie dokie. So would you say the Queen, yourself, and Sammy are now blessed?
Yes.
Okay. Riker, what do you do?
Okay, so Riker will. Boy, he's gonna move up a little bit, just to create some distance. Over here, I'm going to, as my action, create my cannon, place it over here. Oh, I have it in my thing. Yep. Put it right there.
Okay.
And bonus, and it's the front loader, the one that shoots the cannonballs.
Okie dokie.
And I'm going to bonus action, take aim. I'm gonna fire at this one over here.
Ooh, good choice.
All right, so spell attack. I hope a 26 hits.
26 absolutely hits.
Barely.
Well, time for new characters, guys.
It immediately explodes, and Arsis, having seen the first one and been paying attention to it, you now see the larger one explode off into the distance and can confirm that the larger one has a larger explosion radius, and you can see that those spores seem to linger around for a little bit longer as it exploded.
What's the radius? Is it 20 or 30 feet?
20.
Riker just looks at what happened, turns to everyone and says, guys, the big ones are really bad. And that's where I'll end my turn.
Alrighty. It is now the Queen's turn. She is going to use 20 feet of her movement to stand up here, and she's going to kind of nod at Herc as she steps in front, and she has her longsword ready, 2 hands in front, and she is just preparing an action. Sammy, it is now your turn.
Sammy looks back at Riker and says, well, no shit. And he's going to get down on one knee. As a bonus action, he's going to use steady aim as he pulls out his short bow. And as an action, he's going to take one shot at Mr. Crane.
Okay.
Ichabod.
And this is with advantage because of steady aim.
Which means you also get your sneak attack if you hit him.
Yep. Oh.
Does an 8 hit?
Don't forget Bless.
Sure.
Unfortunately, even with a +4, that's not going to do it.
Yikers.
Man, 2 and a 1.
Yeah, that's a bummer. What else do you do, sir?
Pants? No, I'm kidding. Action, bonus action. I can't take my movement. That's it.
Alrighty. It is now the Myconid Sovereign's turn. One is going to come right here. The other is going to come right there. This one is going to use...
Doesn't the queen get her held action first?
She will. I'm just doing all the movements so I don't forget moving one, but she will actually absolutely get her attack here in a second. They used all of their movement to get to you, but they are not going to be able to attack with that.
How deep is the water that we are around right now?
It's only like 2 feet. Like it's a decorative pond.
Bird.
Is there AC? Okay. So, all right. So that takes care of hers, and she will actually... Never mind, that'll be for the next time. Okay, so now it is the Myconid Sovereign's turn, and they are going to make 2 attacks with their fist weapons, or their fists rather. 2 at Herc and 2 at the Queen. So 16 for Herc, 21 for Herc.
Oh, good.
13 points of poison, or 6 bludgeoning, 7 poison. And 2 at the Queen. Both missing. It is now...
Well, there's this one here. Is this one yours?
The gas spores.
Did she attack twice with her greatsword?
She did.
Did she miss on one of the attacks?
Yes.
Did
That's right. I did not add the bless. Thank you very much. That would have hit if she had the bless. Let me go ahead and roll the damage. Thank you very much. 9.
When is Ganrah's turn?
He's making him be in a lock with the other wizard guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just to get him off the field.
It's more like a Harry and Voldemort situation right now, where they're locked in an epic wizard duel.
Nice.
Okay.
They're touching wands. It's very serious. Oh man, I just looked up Ichabod Crane animation, and that cartoon is
Terrifying.
really spooky, yeah.
Alrighty, all the spores have moved. That is as far as they can get. Now, these 2 are going to actually take flight, as they are now zooming around above you, doing sick wizard shit.
The fucking mushroom pod? That's gross.
Arsis, it is now your turn again.
Oh.
Oh my... I just realized why I was really not enjoying looking at the screen. For whatever reason, Roll20 is the only screen that I hate dark mode on. I hate it. And
Turn it off.
How do I turn it off?
In the settings.
How do I turn it on?
Let's see. Dark mode. So do you go to settings, personalized display, and it's at the bottom of that first section, dark mode.
Thank you.
Oh, it's already on. It's just not dark enough for me.
Gosh, it was eating my soul. Okay.
I actually prefer it. Okay. I am staring at this mushroom guy. Herc, I need some assistance. But I'm scared of those mushrooms exploding. I'm gonna bonus action send Ardu back towards me, and have him like attack the mushroom guy.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and take the disadvantage shot at this guy here.
Okay.
To try to pop that fucker, like I said. So my attack.
You're taking a disadvantage shot at which one? The one just to the north by the... Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I see the ping now.
Okay. Yeah, that one. Does a 12 hit?
12 does hit, yes.
Cool.
And that explodes. Let's... Nothing within a 20-foot radius, so you're good.
Mm-hmm. And then Ardu's gonna go for that guy.
Okie dokie, give me an attack roll.
Get to the right screen. Jeez. Okay, Drake Companion. Damn it, I'm rolling like shit. 10?
10, unfortunately, does not hit.
Okay, well, hopefully that'll help distract him from me, but that's fine, whatever. Okay.
Alrighty. No movement, right? You're staying put?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Rin, it's now your turn.
Okay, Rin is going to cast Sleep as a second level spell. And she's going to cast it so that it hits, let me do the thingy, this fungus and this fungus, but not the queen, which I think is going to be right about here.
Okay, so you get to roll a total of 7d8.
Yeah. That'll give me my first 5. And then we do 2 more. I don't know why it didn't just give me all of them at once, but...
So, if we do the 20-foot cube, it may also affect Ardu, Arsis, and...
Okay, I'm trying to make it so I'm not getting any of my friends. We should go
So there'll
further down.
the only
It's also a sphere, not a cube.
is it a
I can
sphere?
change it to... Yeah.
I'll make it easy for you. 21 doesn't even come close to putting anybody asleep.
It's 30 now because I cast it as a second level, so I needed 2 more d8.
It's 30?
How's 30? Yeah.
Well, it's not the wait. Oh, okay, gotcha. 30. No, still 30 doesn't do it either.
Not
Really?
any of them?
No.
Not the injured one?
Well, that...
No.
It's over 30, that... Oh, yikes.
Okay.
Sorry. I know
Well,
as a
that's
wizard, there's nothing
to
worse than
know.
feeling like you cast a spell and absolutely nothing was accomplished by it.
Yeah.
But that's what happened.
Yeah, but that's what happened.
How it goes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You strum on your instrument in an attempt to lull these targets asleep, and they
Yep, softly singing and singing too softly.
exactly. That is exactly a good way to put it. Do you use any movement?
I will back up a little bit, kind of towards Riker, but not outside of my friends. And no, actually, we're gonna go a little farther back. And then I will also, as a bonus action, do my Mantle of Inspiration and give 5 temporary hit points to 3 of my friends. And those are going to be Herc, the Queen, and we'll go with Riker. Sorry, Sammy.
That's fine. Whatever.
He's
I'll
got
remember
bless.
that.
He's fine.
Yeah,
Sorry, that was 5 temp HP?
5, yeah.
Okay, cool.
And that's all I can do.
Alrighty. Herc, it is now your turn.
come over here and attack this Myconid that's Ursus. Well, come on, bless. It's a 13
Nice.
hit.
I believe it does. It does.
Fantastic.
Remind me again how Hue works, since this is a plant-like creature.
Anything that it hits that's a plant-like creature instantly dies.
That's not how it works.
It does.
I just go in there for a moment.
It just does max damage, so it'd be 8. It should be 8 plus 5, and I'm gonna also put a smite into it. And so, does that mean that the smite damage is also full, or just the weapon damage?
I'm gonna say it's just the weapon damage. I feel like
Okay.
your smite is from a different source than the weapon itself.
All right.
So it'd be a
Alright, where's-
13 for max damage.
Where's my spite team? Okay. Plus 11, so 24 points of damage.
Minus 11.
And I'm going to use Channel Divinity to.
Wait, hold on. Were you
also-
doing this one-handed or two?
One-handed.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I was doing the math
Yeah.
right. And your channel divinity?
Yeah, Channel Divinity Inspiring Smite. After you deal damage to a creature with your Divine Smite feature, you can use your Channel Divinity as a bonus action and distribute temporary hit points to creatures of your choice within 30 feet of you.
Okie dokie. Who you
You know that
temporary?
temporary hit points don't stack, right?
That is true.
Correct. So I'm going to pick people that Bria did not pick.
Nice. That's teamwork, baby.
So 10 plus 4 is 14. Wait, does Bear's Endurance gives you temporary hit points, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yours
shit.
is more.
14.
You could give it to Ardu though.
Ooh, good idea.
I'll give 10 to the Queen and 4 to Ardu.
All right, let me throw 10 onto the queen. Alrighty. Do you use some of your movement? Do you use any additional movement? Alrighty, you're all good. Riker, it is now your turn.
All right. First things first. Riker is going to take out his rifle. I'm going to load up a firebolt and fire it at this one over here with a 9.
You have disadvantage because you're in melee.
No, that's not me. That's the cannon.
Um,
I'm firing the firebolt.
Oh, okay, I see what you're about.
Okay. 9 does hit, and since they only have 1 HP, it explodes.
All right.
And I guess that's a construct, isn't it? So it's probably
So
immune
what kind
to
of damage is
it's
it?
poison damage.
He is immune to poison.
Okay, then yeah, he doesn't take anything. Cool
Or
beans.
sorry,
Good to know.
It's they, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
It can be male coded. Who cares?
Yeah. Bonus action. Well, actually, no. Before that, because I can see. I'm like Riker would know it's within range. Like he's seen these things explode, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Riker is going to use his movement to get out of the range, moving 15 feet this way. He is going to, as a bonus action, command the cannon to fire at this one.
At which one? I'm sorry, the one that was closest to you?
Yeah, this one.
Okay.
25, I
Yeah.
think will hit.
25 hits. Okie dokie. That explodes, and everyone seems to be safe of it so far.
All right. Riker will come up a little bit more this way, and I will end my turn.
Alrighty. It is now the queen's turn. She is going to make two attack. Oh, that's the wrong thing. And then let me give a D4. Won't help the first one. Second one hits. So we'll just roll for another. Okay. Sammy, what do you do?
All right. Realizing that was a shitty round for him, he's gonna drop the bow and unsheath the dagger. He's gonna make a quick little run over here, and go stabby.
Okay.
Please be better.
It's ready.
Yes.
We'll use its reaction to give you fire damage to that attack.
Sure, sounds great.
So another 5 fire damage.
Okay. So that is 10 plus 16. That's 26 points of damage.
Plus 5 fire damage.
Plus the 5 fire damage. That makes up for that first round. That was 5 feet.
Yeah, as you start carving into this, just lopping off just major portions of it, and you can see the flame licking it and starting to burn portions of this large fungal creature. It looks really, really hurt.
And run over.
He uses his free disengage. Cause swashbuckler.
Yeah. That's 25 feet, 30 feet altogether right there. And I will. Not really a place to hide here. So I will dash. Actually, I will bonus action. No, you know what? Fuck, what do I want to do? I will stand my ground. Fuck it.
Whoa.
Okie dokie. We have some attacks coming in. We are going to do first one at Ardu, and does a 10 hit?
Nope.
Alrighty, and I need you, Arsis, to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh.
Okay, so I get advantage on those, Bria, because of the bear's endurance?
Yes.
Cool.
Exactly.
I get a -3 on them, too.
Whoa.
That's why I gave you the advantage.
Alrighty,
So,
15 passes. You needed a 13 to
well,
succeed.
-3.
Oh, -3 from that? Okay, so you fail.
Yeah.
All right. You are stunned for a minute. You can repeat it at the end of each of your turns.
I'm sorry, John, what?
You're stunned for a minute.
Holy shit.
You can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns. Okay. Okay. This one is going right between Herc and the Queen is going to make a fist attack at the Queen. 19 does hit.
Silvery barbs! Silvery barbs!
Are you silvery barbsing it?
I'm silvery barbsing!
Okay, we'll roll another one. Do I take the lower or do I take the second one?
The lower.
Yeah.
Okay. So 19 still hits.
Fuck!
For 14 points, but 10 of it was temporary, so good to have. And then for its second attack, it is going to do hallucination spores. Herc and the queen will have to roll a Constitution saving throw.
As part of Silvery Barbs, I get to pick a second creature that gets advantage on their next roll. I'm giving it to Herc.
Oh, I got it. I passed.
Never mind, I'm giving it to Rachra.
You called it.
Just don't forget
Damn
she has bless.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Barely. And then lastly, this one will take a few more steps, and it will make one attack at the queen and one attack at Sammy. Luckily for both of you, neither one of those hit. It is now the gas spores' turn, and they begin flying in. Shit. Okay. Okay. And for this one, just for a little extra fun with it, you can hear Kalis shouts from up high, "The queen will be mine. All will be mine." And I need to make a 20-foot shape on the ground. And inside of that, you see coming up from the ground these fungal vines, basically reskin of black tentacles, reaching and grabbing. When you start your turn there, you'll have to make a dexterity saving throw. Arsis, it's your turn.
Okay, I'll make a wisdom saving throw to see if I do anything. Is it wisdom or con?
It was con. Gotta beat a 13.
I don't.
You do.
Oh,
You
still have
do.
advantage. Beats it, beats it. Yeah, -3, so 13.
Yeah, so you shake it off, but it's still, you get to roll at the end of
my
your turn.
Yep.
But Zardu still get to go? Because he acts on your initiative, right?
I have to command
Or
him
you have
as
to
a
command
bonus-
him? Okay,
As a bonus action.
bummer. I didn't know
Yeah.
if he had some free thinking of his own.
Let me double check, but I'm almost certain I have to command him as a bonus action.
I'll allow you to, I'll allow Rin to
The
start
only
her
action
turn.
it can take on its turn is a dodge action.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind then.
Did he get hit with the paralyzing spores too?
He saved,
No,
I
there's
thought.
I didn't roll for him.
Yeah, it's a 5-foot radius. If he was right there, then yeah, he probably should have. That's my fault.
He did not save.
Okay.
Actually, he gets a +2, but still didn't save. So,
Yeah. Okay.
so I'll roll again for him to see if he's.
Yeah. So yeah, see if he shakes out of it. So 12.
not.
He's still not. Okay. Bummer. Rin.
No.
So which fungus was the queen attacking that was looking really, really hurt?
The queen has been attacking.
Oh no, sorry. Which one did Sammy get that was like almost dead?
The one over to the
by
left
Arsis.
by Arsis.
This guy.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, that's decent news. Ours. Yeah, we can do that. Okay, we're gonna go Dissonant Whispers on him.
Ooh,
Does that?
he's got to
hit?
make a save.
Oh yeah. Does that save?
DC 13 whiz. It does
No.
not.
Takes 14 psychic damage. Good job.
As you can see, its arms just kind of reach up and grab its head as it just starts shaking and writhing in pain, and eventually falls over like face down into the water.
God.
And you can see where his corpse lands into the water, like streams of yellowish brown brackish liquid just start pooling into the once tranquil pond area. Do you do anything with your movement or the rest of your action economy?
I think I'm gonna just move this way a smidgen, and then I'm gonna give Herc a bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Alrighty, Herc it is. Give me a dexterity saving throw, please. I was going to tell you, it's a relatively high DC. It was 18, and unfortunately you did not. So
he has bardic inspiration though.
Oh, he does.
He does.
And I have bless.
And you have bless, so roll a d6 and a
use the
d4.
bless first.
Well, maybe I'll save the bardic inspiration for something else.
Perfect.
Okay.
19.
Okay.
Oh shit, I'm so sorry. I didn't read this correctly. A creature that starts its turn in the area. Oh, never mind. It says is already restrained. Okay, so never mind. Is that a save or suck? There's no half damage on that. When a creature enters the area first time, creature must succeed dexterity 3d6. Strain tentacles. Okay, yeah, I guess you're good. Might not want to stand there though. Who knows?
I can imagine you pushing the queen out of the black pooling tentacles.
And then she takes 2 opportunity attacks and dies.
If a creature is forcefully moved, they do not take an A up. It's only if you willingly move.
That's true. That is very true.
Peerless strength.
So you would potentially take some AOPs.
I already used my channel divinity.
Ah, that's right.
Well, if I push her and I remain in their range, then
yeah, she's not going to allow you to just push her willy-nilly. You would have to like actively beat her athletics. Okay.
Damn right.
He's Herc, the handsome hurricane.
Yeah. Let's give her the hurricane
Not a
special.
Herc.
Jesus, no.
Oh my god.
Lady Eleanor Thon first, and
All right. Is that what you're doing? Are you going to push her?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Yeah.
All right.
That's a
Oh,
1.
God.
Oh.
Oh wait, did I? So, channel divinity, I can only do that
Once per long rest, I think.
once per short rest, and I already did the. Damn.
Riker, be thinking about what you're going to do next.
Sounds good, boss.
Oh, wait. So even though I rolled a crit fail, if I beat her 11, does she still move?
I'm pretty sure that only like crits and successes like that only work on attack
it's
rolls.
only attack rolls.
Damn it! Wait, does bless?
That doesn't work
No,
for
I
skill
got
checks.
it. Checks.
Okay.
All right, as you come up and you push her, she is firmly planted in her stance with her swinging, and it's just like she is a seasoned veteran, so she is used to combatants bumping into her. She is not budging.
So you have to move, and I will move back 1.
All right, you do take an attack of opportunity, leaving the.
Is this square like darkness at all though? Like some
It's
of
not
these
darkness. It's
tentacle
just
spells-
imagine like it's just tentacles coming up and
Okay, it's
grabbing.
just some of those tentacle spells do create a dark area. That's
This
all.
one, yeah, this one doesn't. It just makes it
Okay.
difficult terrain.
Alright.
And hers. Yeah, you are right. There is one. I do remember that it does. 18's 18 hit.
Yes.
All right, 9 bludgeoning and 8 poison.
Okay.
All right, Riker, it's your turn.
All right. Bonus action. Gonna command my cannon to fire at big boy right here. The 13 to hit.
13 hits. Any damage does it. It explodes, and you can see that there is lingering spores hanging out in this area for the round. So that would not be a safe space to travel into. I'll let you
Okay.
know if you're in it, but
And in addition, I can move it, I believe, 20 feet. So I'm gonna command my cannon to move down just a bit,
Oh, that's not.
right there.
okay.
And as in action, Riker is going to load up the rifle, but I'm going to hold my action, and I'm going to say, Mr. Sammy, can you please move a little bit? Otherwise, this might not be good for you. Basically, I'm waiting for Sammy to move, and then once he does, he's out of the range. I'll fire on this one.
Okie dokie.
Let the
Noted.
wizard eat it.
It is Raidra's turn. She is going to make a dexterity saving throw for these tentacles. 13 plus bless.
It's not
Is
enough.
still
if it's a
not
DC
enough.
18.
It is not enough. So she is going to take 3d6.
Actually.
Okay. I didn't mean to do that.
And then is she restrained or?
Yes.
God damn.
And she is now restrained. She is going to use her turn to take the leadership action. Actually, that's not an action. Oh. Okay. Yeah, that's not an action. I misread that the entire time. Okay, she's gonna make 2 attacks. Both of them miss. Clearly, the
Bless.
even with bless, I guess the 9 could potentially hit. It did not.
It won't.
Being restrained by these tentacles, she is just swinging wildly, now losing a little bit of her balance. Sammy, it is now your turn.
All right. He's then gonna pull out his rapier, and he's going to swing at Mr. Myconid right in front of him. 12 plus #bless. 16 to hit Mr. Myconid.
Okay, yes, 16 does hit. Sorry, I was reading something.
Perfect.
That's fine. So that will be, since no other friendly creature of it is within 5 feet, he will take the sneak attack.
Okay.
And rakish audacity, get the hell out of the way there, and he will bonus action throw the dagger at that one. The one
Okay.
up and above the left.
Yeah, just far enough away.
Yep. Well, I'm gonna keep moving, but laptop. So,
DM, am I allowed to take my held action now? Or
Because he moved away, yes, you can.
can I hit this one?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go ahead and do that. Yeah,
Hits and kills it.
Okay.
and let's see, that was 5, 10, 15. Yeah, that's good right there. Perfect. That's where I will end my turn.
Alrighty.
Yes.
I'm debating on whether or not to rule this differently. I am. It is going to take 5 steps forward. I'm not going to have it be impacted by the tentacles, as they are basically of the same material. And because of the hive mind, it knows not to restrain the other. And it is going to make 2 attacks at Herc. Both miss. And this one will make 2 attacks at the queen.
Yikes.
Nine, 18, 28.
You better be pretty seasoned then.
She is looking pretty hurt. Those bashes caught her off guard as she's trying to peel back the tentacles and make her way out. They just bash her over the back of the head, and then another one comes in and hits her, and she doubles over, and she is panting, looking around. You can see a little bit of fear in her eyes. It is now the Gaspor's turn.
The Myconid on the right was the one that hit her, right?
Yes.
Okay.
There. There. That ends their turn. And okay.
The wizard hasn't hit it with anything that'll break his concentration? Fuck. What a useless wizard.
No, I was just thinking about what I wanted Ganrahas to actually do. He is... You see... I'm not going to draw it on there, but you can see a golden aura glow around the base of the queen. Not a fully encompassing shield, but definitely one that grants her some form of protection. And you can see that he is now darting down in his flight. And that's where he's going to get. Go ahead. Arsis.
All right, we're gonna Hunter's Mark this motherfucker right here as a bonus action.
Okay.
All right, and then we're gonna attempt to hurt him a lot. So we'll take my bow and we'll shoot him. God damn it, these rolls suck.
13 hits.
Still hits.
Oh, nice. Okay. for the hunter's mark. So 13 points of damage.
Okay, and then don't forget to roll for Ardu to wake up again.
Right, I'm gonna move first.
Okay.
Just
Oh,
kind
yeah,
of pedal
good call.
backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't like how this is looking. We gotta finish this quick. And then I'll roll for Ardu.
Okie dokie. Rin, it is now your turn. He's still stunned, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna do another dissonant whispers.
Because it worked so well last time.
It did. I'm kind of hoping. I mean, not as nice. And I'm gonna do it. Which one of these guys is looking more hurt?
They're both about equal.
Okay. I'll do it at the one inside the tentacles.
You gotta roll to save, John.
Jesus Christ. I'm thinking of Ganrahast. Thank you. Wisdom. It fails.
Yeah, boy.
Okie dokie. Minus. Got it.
Isn't it
The one
also
I
like
hit for
afraid of her
13.
if it's just in whispers?
What?
Is that part of the spell? Is this creature now afraid of you?
Oh, that's
so.
right.
Okay, let me put a
Yeah.
little scared face on it.
Immediately use its reaction to move as far as its speed allows away from you.
Okie
The
dokie.
other one
Good shit.
died, so.
Right.
Yeah, so it didn't matter. Thank you. I forgot about that.
John, I'd like to make an opportunity attack on the fleeing myconid.
It's forced movement, as
Yeah.
Andrew
Oh.
stated earlier. You can't.
Yep. 20, 25, 30. Got it. Okay. Cool. Ran, anything else you got?
That's all I can really do. So I'm just gonna
Or
keep
move.
kind of trying to moving away from the spores.
Okie dokie.
And that's it.
Herc, it is now your turn.
Sorry, Herc. Did I mess up your plan?
No. What was the range on the
20.
fatties? 20.
Yep.
I like the new tools. They're definitely nice because you can just set it here and just go like this.
I need more screen real estate to put all those tools on there.
So you can see 20 foot is like right there.
Oh, it's a 20-foot radius. Shit. Okay, that makes sense then.
I like no snapping.
And then there's this one over here too.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Maybe if you don't hit it, it won't explode.
5. Okay. I want to make sure that this would work the way I'm thinking it would.
Okay.
If I used Thunderous Smite on this creature, it says it would knock it 10 feet away from me and be knocked prone. It also deals damage. I feel like it would just pop, since it would just die and not be knocked away before popping. Is that accurate? Or would you allow it to
Can
be
you
like
knock it away before it pops?
knock it away before it pops, basically?
I'll think about that a little more. I'll say for creativity, I will consider it's not necessarily the blast that causes the damage, same way that falling doesn't cause the damage. It's when you hit the ground. So it's the knocking it prone part. When it hits the ground, that would be the part that causes the damage. So I will allow you to knock it back 10 feet and then cause the damage.
Okay. Then I guess I will do that.
Okay.
Or maybe... Ah, God, it's like the action economy, man. I can only do one thing.
Yeah, we're gonna...
Next level, you get to attack.
Yeah,
Game changer.
these spores are actually... Yeah, you know what? Fuck, I'm gonna fucking hit this thing.
Can I hit which thing? The okay.
blast.
So I'm assuming you didn't walk all the way down there.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think I would. Well, actually, no, I will.
Can
I
you
will.
play ping pong with the
I am gonna go
mushroom
here and
hit him into the other guy, causing it to explode?
I mean,
I will
That would
attack.
be awesome.
that's, you know, these are possibilities. That's thinking outside of the box. You don't necessarily have to cause damage when you're taking your actions, like if you're going to swing your sword at it, but for the same reason that when you pushed Raedra, you weren't going to do damage by pushing her.
Wait, so I was where was I again? I was like right here.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Damn. So close.
And just heads up, I'm going to go ahead and call it at the end of this initiative order, since we're 15 minutes over right now. I don't want to go too much later.
I will. Command it to. No, fuck it. I'm just gonna attack it.
Is this a thunderous smite or is this just a normal attack?
It's just a normal attack
On the Myconid or the Spore?
on the Myconid.
Okay. All right, 19 hits.
So 13 points of damage.
Yeah.
Max, right?
Cool.
Yeah.
And then you adding anything
and
extra
let's
to
go
that?
ahead. Yeah, let's go ahead and smite it as well.
Okay.
Actually, no, just 13 damage. That's fine.
Okie
Sorry.
dokie. Is that end your turn?
Sorry. So hard to lock it in.
No, you're okay.
Yeah, it's my turn.
Riker, it's your turn.
Okay. So, how hurt is the Myconid looking here?
It's pretty roughed up. Like, it's not
Okay.
on death's door, but it's pretty roughed up.
Okay.
What about the one down here?
this
They are
one?
actually exactly the same level of roughed up.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
Fascinating.
So, as in action, Riker will just like pick up a bunch of like stones next to him, like load it into his gun, and I'm gonna cast catapult at this one.
Okay.
I think that is a dex save for it.
Is there a possibility that it's just a line and everything in the line has to make the deck save?
Nope. Choose. Let's see. How she flies. It has to strike a creature, so only one.
Okay.
Okay. And then
I don't
It
think
takes
that's
20
clever.
bludgeoning damage.
That's almost a max roll. Jesus Christ.
as you pick up this stones and shove them in there, you and it just literally pellets.
He's like knocked back.
It pellets straight through, leaving a giant hole, and it falls over dead.
Nice.
Just a tad more than it had health.
Okay.
But yeah,
Awesome.
it is dead now.
You had to roll super good to kill it. Nice.
Right. Okay. Now, question for you, DM.
Yes, sir.
If I ask someone a question, can they just like quickly like nod or shake their head?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Riker will quickly turn to Arsis and say, if Artie was caught up in the Spores, is he going to be okay?
Yeah, he'll be fine. Go ahead.
Okay. So the cannon will fire on this one, and something I didn't mention before that I learned upon reading: if it hits, it knocks the target back 5 feet. So I'm
Okay.
going to the cannon as bonus action is going to fire at this guy
Okay.
with a 26.
He's gonna knock it back 5 feet.
Yeah, knock it back 5 feet.
Okay.
It's gonna knock it back 5 feet.
It's gonna go
I think
back.
he might actually. It's gonna go back. It's gonna
Yeah,
go back.
like back, not forward 5 feet. That would be silly.
Backward.
I
You see
don't.
this look, right?
Yeah, I don't. There's a difference, and I'll have to look at the sage advice or whatever to figure out what it is in my mind that would make Thunderous Smite different than Catapult.
This is not catapult.
Oh, this is
something
not
different.
Wait,
No,
what's the
this
spell?
is my cannon.
Just-
It's my Eldritch Cannon.
And what sort of damage does it do?
Force damage.
I feel like this is different. That I'll rule it the same, but I'm gonna have to figure that out going forward.
Yeah, that's fair.
26 definitely does hit, pushing it just out of range. But I will.
But Ardu has to.
Yeah, Ardu has to. So I need a Constitution saving throw, which he's. I guess yeah. You can be stunned or whatever and still make a Constitution saving throw.
I don't know if a 13 passes.
Where
We
is
haven't
it?
been affected by this yet.
15. So no, it does not. So.
All right. Does he take damage or he's just
He
poisoned?
does. No, I'm gonna. Yeah, I guess you haven't. These big guys.
Oh Jesus Christ!
22.
Well,
22
he
points.
poofs out of existence.
Okay.
Riker just looks like it says, "Sorry."
It's all right. He'll be fine after like a little rest. You'll be okay.
All right. And as I'm gonna take my movement really quick and just spread out a little bit.
Okay.
Right there.
Raedra is going to use her action.
Does she have to make the roll at the beginning of a turn?
That's what I'm basically doing. She's making the roll to see whether or not she's still restrained.
Okay.
She actually automatically takes 3d6 because she is restrained already.
Mhm.
Okay. And strength or dexterity check. Cool. We're gonna make a strength and nice. So that succeeds. So she breaks free, and even though it's difficult to drain, 5, 10, gonna move there. And that will end her turn. Sammy, it is now your turn.
Mr.
Pop the
Ichabod
bubble.
Crane.
Pop the bubble.
Mr. Ichabod Crane. How far
Okay.
away is he right now?
He is about 30 feet in the air and 40, 30, 70. I don't know. He's probably like 70, 80 feet away.
And I don't think. Oh, that would be right in range still. All right. I am not gonna pop the bubble. Sammy is actually gonna drop his rapier, come back over here to where his short bow was, pick it up, and take a quick shot at Crane.
Okay.
This is just a straight roll. 23.
23 definitely hits.
So that will be 12 points of damage to him.
Okie dokie. Let me. What on earth, brother?
What?
I'll show you. For shit's sake, I can't paste it. It was a 3 on the save for concentration. So he dropped the tentacles. But anyways, carry on with the rest of your turn.
Okay, hold on, wait. Oh man, I thought that was affecting the fly, but that's fine. Okay.
Actually, if you because there are things that allow you to concentrate on multiple spells. If you lose concentration on one, do you lose concentration on them all?
Yeah.
I think you need to roll them separately, actually.
Well, and that's the thing.
The second one was a 20. It passed. I'll look that up too. I'm just being a terrible DM tonight, so let's go ahead and get through the embarrassment, and I'll look all that up later.
We're playing very non-conventionally here. It's all good.
Damn it. So can I take a second shot with the bow? With my bonus action?
No.
Not rogues, no.
No. Yeah, no, that's right. No, it's got to be a light weapon. No, I can't do anything else then. So, there's that. And then, so that was about 10 feet. And we're just going to go right over there.
Ren, really quick, does this Myconid have to continue to flee from you? Or does it, it just can't,
for the round.
it just can't attack you? Or is it just only for the round?
I think a frightened creature can't.
It would get disadvantage to hit her, but it's not frightened. It's just a one round thing, I think.
Is it just a one round thing?
It just moves as far as its speed allows away from you.
Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing specific on that.
Oh shit.
We're gonna make 2 attacks at Herc.
How you feeling, Herc?
Not great.
Second one, 22 to hit.
Silvery Barb's the second one.
Oh, it came back?
I had to ask, and they said that it can. It didn't die. The one from below that was running away. So it's still 22 to hit.
Away from you the one time.
Oh, just the one time? Oh, fuck.
It's not a fear. It's a different thing.
19 total points of damage.
Okay, I would be down, but relentless endurance.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is now the Spore's turn, and it is going to make a touch.
Bad touch.
Luckily, its skills are going to be real bad. Yeah.
It rolls a 6. And it's kind of like as it's floating and moving in, it like extends a tendril and like brushes it, attempts to brush it up against you.
I shiver.
But it continues to move in towards the center, and then that is where we'll end for today. Sorry we went over so late on holiday. There's plenty of other things to be doing besides D&D on Valentine's Day, but I'm glad you guys shared it with me, so thank you.